HiyaHiya knitters! This week I am making the Christmas Pickle pattern by Emma Walsh at Pattern Recogknition. This is a free and easy pattern I found on Ravelry, which I will link below for you. I have only heard about the Christmas pickle tradition in the past couple of years, but I thought it sounded like some good silliness I would love to introduce to my family this year. Each year, an ornamental pickle is hidden in your Christmas tree. Finder either wins a little prize or in some cases is believed to have good fortune for the next year. So I'm going to give it a go and hopefully my family will have no choice playing this year. So to make this I am stash busting more of my yarn. These are 2 green double knit acrylic yarns. I can't remember where I got them from, wouldn't be able to tell you, but they'd be perfect for this project. I will also be using HiyaHiya steel flyers. The pattern says you can use magic circle method or you can use DPNs, but I find using flyers is the best middle ground between these two options. They are basically super flexible DPNs, so I'll only need to use 3 to make this project, 2 having my work on them, 1 being used to knit into them. We offer these flyers in sharp bamboo and we also have them in our interchangeable range and they match with our miniature sock range. So depending what you are used to using, HiyaHiya has you covered. I will also need a few extra bits, including our beautiful rainbow leaf art deco scissors and a darn it darning needle. And it's your choice what you want to decorate this with. I am going to use some safety eyes, the dark yarn to sew some detail into it, and some soft toy stuffing. Now, starting using the lighter green yarn, I'm going to cast on 4 stitches onto one of my flyers and knit into the front and back of each stitch, so I have 8 stitches on my flyer. Now I'm going to begin knitting in the round from here. I'm going to increase again, so knitting into the front and back of the first stitch and then knitting 1 into the second stitch, repeating this around until I have 12. Round 3 is to knit every stitch, and round 4 is to knit into the front and back of 1 stitch and just knit into the next stitch, increasing until you have 18 stitches. Now the next 6 rounds, round 5 to 10, is knitting every stitch. And then we are going to do some wrap and turn rounds. If you don't know how to do wrap and turns, I will try and show you here. So round 11, I'm going to knit 12 stitches. And to do the wrap and turn after the 12 stitches, I'm going to bring my yarn forward, slip the 13th stitch across from my left to my right needle, then put the yarn back around behind the stitch, slip that stitch back onto the left needle and then turn my work around. Then for round 12, I am going to purl 10 and then before the 11th stitch do a wrap and turn again. So for the purl it's bringing your yarn behind your work, slipping the 11th stitch across from your left to your right needle, bringing the yarn back in front, then slipping the 11th stitch back onto the left needle and turning my work around. Row 13 is knit 8, wrap and turn, and round 14 is purl 6, wrap and turn. So round 15 we're going to knit every stitch all the way around, but we're going to be picking up the wrap stitches and knitting them together with the stitch they're wrapped around. So there should be 4 of these stitches you have to knit together. The next 12 rounds are simply knitting. If you want a longer pickle, you can do more rounds, but I'm sticking to the pattern as true as I can to show you what it turns out like. So rows 28 to 32 are going to be a repeat of the wrap and turn rounds to create the bend again to create the pickle shape. Round 33 to 38 is knitting, so knitting just for 6 rounds. And then we're going to do our first round of decreases. So round 39 is knit 2 together, knit 1 until you have 12 stitches remaining. Round 40 is to knit every stitch, and then at this point you can decorate your pickle. So I'm going to use safety eyes as I don't have googly eyes and I didn't feel like stitching them. So he's going to look a little bit creepy, but I might put a smiley face on him, so that'll make it a bit better. I am then going to use my darker green yarn to create little dill speckles across it. Not doing anything too fancy, just with my darning needle, create little stitches dotted all over it, some bigger, some smaller, just see what I like. And then after this, I'm going to stuff it and make it as plump as possible with some soft toy stuffing. And then the last 2 rounds are decreases. So round 41 is knit 2 together, knit 1, repeating until you have 8 stitches on your needle. Round 42 is knitting 2 together, repeated around until you have 4 stitches left. I am then cutting my yarn with a tail and using my darning needle to close the top tight. And there you have it, one pickle. Thank you for the pattern, Emma. Please go give it some love. I will link it below, so give it a go. What did you think about it? I'd love to know if this is a tradition that you practice, or if it's something that you want to try to make and introduce into your traditions. So please let me know in the comment below, as I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If you like any of the HiyaHiya products I have used in this video, there will be a link to all of our wonderful stockists below from whom you can purchase them. If you are a retailer wishing to stock HiyaHiya products, there will also be a link to registration below. So until next time, happy knitting!